Oh shit.
We're live. Our first live of 2024.
Yeah. Welcome back to our podcast, guys. We are your hosts, Natasha
And Steph.
back with another episode. Today we're doing things a little different. We've had technical difficulties in the past. Not that, it's not that we didn't want to post.
Right.
It's just life happens because we tried twice and it just didn't go through.
Yo,
Anyway.
this is part 3 though. This is part 3 and the final. That's why we were like, let's just do it live.
Let's do it live because
there's no miss.
Right. It just goes straight onto the fucking account and we call it a day. But thank you guys for the support, the love. I know we've taken a little while to record. Again, not our fault. However, we do appreciate the love. Yeah, and I'm excited and nervous because this is live. It's when you make them drinks, ooh, them shits hit.
Wow. That's what I needed because it's a little hot in here. But welcome back. Tell your friends, tell your friend, the baby mama, the baby daddy,
the hoes,
everybody. Not the kids though, but everybody else.
Yeah.
So today we wanted to talk about
everything that we talked about in the other episodes.
that just never aired. That like the mics were off, or the video was tilted, or like someone was in the frame, someone else wasn't. Technical difficulties. But we're gonna talk about things like relationships, breakups, politics. We're gonna dive a little bit into that too. So stick around if this is something that interests you, and let us know, like in the comments or whatever, what else you'd want to chime in about or talk about. So yeah.
Okay, so one of the things that we discussed was that your girl is now single. I know that like two episodes ago.
Your girl.
Oh, this girl.
Right.
Yeah, she is now single. I know 2 episodes ago I said I was taken.
Right. Wait, did that one air? That one aired, right?
That one aired.
Okay. Just making sure that
that
y'all
one aired. But just giving out a life update, And I think we talked about breakups.
Yes.
Breakups are not easy.
Not for the weak.
They're not for the weak.
I have another friend who's also going through
how is she taking it?
Through a breakup. Yo, girl, you a champ.
Am I taking it better?
Nah, you definitely a champ. Like that's what I meant by like when people break up, some people are just ready the next day, like, oh, I'm not gonna sit here and cry, like I'm just gonna be outside and like love will come, it'll get here. But there are other people who like take months, weeks, years even to like get over it and then go back out there. She's definitely right now like, yo, I'm never dating, like F this, but also I miss
him. Okay. Who? Me or her?
Me or her. Not my friend. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, right now I feel like I'm in a space where I'm not going to get in a relationship anytime soon. I'm like, you know what? Let me focus on me. Let me get me right for my husband.
Period. Let's just chill. Okay.
Let me chill. My husband get right for me because.
Right.
Listen, but I breakups are so fucking like I forgot. I swear to God, I forgot.
It's tough, but I mean it's not the end of the world either. Obviously, you have to take your time with this. Like if you're hurting, you're hurting. If you're over it, you're over it. But it's up to you. It's not like I could tell you like, yo, get out there. You ready. It's not up to me. It's really up to the person that's going through it. Like. Whether it's you, whether it's my friend.
Everybody heals differently. Yeah.
So there's some people that are like, yo, yesterday, I was ready yesterday to be outside. But there's other people that are like, yo.
But you as somebody that knows me, what would be your advice? Like, you think I should just like, girl, don't play, He wasn't the one
because
next,
I know you.
because
I know you is I know, like, you'll know. Like, if right now you're saying you're not ready, I trust that. Like, if you're not ready, you're not ready. I can't be like, I thought she was ready, but like, she's not. So, like, if you.
I'm saying, like, if you know somebody. And love is at my door. Like,
damn, now I gotta get 2 people. I gotta go for you, go for her. Like,
period.
No, but definitely, let me see. One of the things she mentioned also was just like missing the company that they were with. I think they like lived together at one point, so it's sharing a space is definitely like you realize like, damn, I'm not sharing it with anyone anymore. Like I'm by myself here. Like we don't go food shopping together, or like we don't run errands together, and I got to do this on my own. Like she was just saying like how fun it was when it was just her and him. But now like it's not like it's not fun, but it's just like regular because it's just her doing all this stuff. But when you know, like you gotta go or he has to go, they gotta go.
I think for me, obviously, I didn't live with him. However, and it was a very short relationship, but it was one of those short ones that like cut, right? But even though
deep, short but deep, yes,
they cut deep. But even though we didn't live together, it was like still like when it's somebody that you talk to every day, it feels weird not to talk to them.
Yeah.
So
does it feel like withdrawal, like you need that because you guys were always used to talking, and now it's like you don't have that, so now you're like.
I feel like we were at a point where we were coming back to each other, or like talking just because we had that withdrawal. But then it still didn't work out. So it's like we already know, like it's not gonna work out, at least not now. So because we already knew that, we had the withdrawals, it's like now you just gotta go through the heartache, and then
I feel you, but you've like overcome similar situations before, I'm sure. Now that we're older and like we have more experience with these situations, like I know you're gonna get through this, you're gonna come out stronger. And it's gonna be a husband waiting for you on the other side of this whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. It could be right now, it could be yesterday, it could be in 3 years.
I'm not looking for him, like I said, but if he is
there, you're not gonna say no.
I'm not gonna stop love.
Right.
Like who am I
to stop love?
Right.
That's true.
Anyways.
We're just mere mortals.
Yeah. But anyways, breakups, we all get over it.
Do you feel like doing self-care routines, like doing your hair or makeup or nails or petties, or like just going out and treating yourself, do you feel like that also helps you get over things and like value?
I feel like yes,
your
but
time?
Those are like temporary things that at the moment it makes me feel good and like that. But it's just like, I don't know, I feel like
what are some things that you've done that help? Like, so, my other friend too, she's probably listening. So she could like write those down and like start doing it.
Definitely spend time alone. Like
getting to know yourself.
Well, yeah, and also just like just being by yourself, period. Just like at home, just like cleaning house, listening to music, jamming, just
getting rid of all the garbage in your life.
Yeah.
You on that.
Especially in a new month, like once September hit and we did what we did because we had a little picnic, which we attempted to record.
I'm like, what we did? what we did? Yes, that was fun though. I really liked that activity. That was nice. So we saw it on TikTok.
Yes.
It was like someone leaving things in 2024 so that they wouldn't bring it into the next year. And yeah, we did it in September, so it's not like something that you have to do at the end of the year or like at the start of a month, but we just did it off the strength because we felt like we needed it. And it's basically like you take a plate and you write all the things you want to leave behind in 2024,
things you want to change,
whether it's like physically or your behavior or emotionally, financially, like anything that you could think of that you feel like doesn't help. So we wrote all of that down. That was fun.
And then we broke the plate.
Yeah, and then you break it at the end, so you just feel like free. It's kind of like those activities where there's like the floating lanterns that people like write nice messages for their loved ones, and then it like floats up. It felt like that. I've never done it, but I feel like in my head that's what it would feel like. Okay. So I like that. It was very relieving. I don't know, people in the park was looking at it like, these girls is crazy. Like, what the fuck is they doing? And then, after that, obviously we in the park, so we picked up all the pieces and we threw it in the garbage, like great citizens of New York that we are.
Of course.
Yeah, that day was so funny.
We did not leave a mess, but
yeah,
it was a funny day. That was one of the days that we tried to record, we did record.
Yeah, we did, but
it was just a good day overall. Yeah, it was just a good day overall. But where were we going with that?
No, we're just saying like those are some things that you've done that have helped you heal in your breakup process.
Oh
right?
yeah, I think that and the fact that we did it right before the month, I feel like it was.
Well, yeah, we
great.
did.
Yeah, so it was like
It
starting
was summertime.
over.
Like
Yeah.
we crashed the graduation party.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, that was
It
so
the
funny.
weirdest.
That was so funny.
It was the weirdest graduation party. I've been to some weird graduations. I'm not gonna lie.
It was like outside in the street, which shout out
On
to
the
that
sidewalk.
class. Shout out to class of 2024 in that place, but we didn't know it was a graduation. I thought it was like a party, like a birthday or something. And I'm like, oh, it might be a baby shower. And then I didn't see anybody that was pregnant. And then like behind the tarp was like all these people like sitting down. I was like, oh, this is actually a graduation. Like shout outs to this class.
Literally, they were sitting like right on the sidewalk, all lined up. Like we were walking this way and lined up. They were just like 3 rows.
I definitely felt like we crashed that because they were looking at us like, who are these guys? And we looking at them like, who are y'all? Like we were just trying to walk in the sidewalk.
Imagine we just went right through it. Like, excuse me, sorry.
Right.
I'm so sorry. Now we have to walk on the street.
But yeah, that's just un verano en Nueva York. Bronx summer.
How's your summer been so far?
My summer has been great. I just got back from vacay.
I was gonna say Vegas.
I wish. Yo, Vegas was nice when we went.
No, we need to go again.
Yeah, I would do Vegas again. But yeah, I got back from vacay. It was my 2nd year anniversary.
Yes.
I had to make sure I got that right. Like, how many years we on? My 2-year anniversary, me and my husband, so we celebrated that. It was also like his birthday.
That 2-for-1 deal.
Weekend, right. So it was a lot. Just say I had a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun. There were definitely some mishaps. Like we were at an Airbnb and I'm thinking at an Airbnb, like people don't come in to like clean and stuff. Oh, they came in on me twice. The second time I was naked and I was like, I gotta go. Like I've heard too many stories of like that. Next thing you know, I'm like trafficked out here.
No,
so
you need to explain how they did that. Like they had a key.
Yes, they had a key. I didn't know. I thought the only one that had the key was me. And every time like my husband would come from work, he would knock. He wouldn't open because I had the key. So I'm like, who the hell is that? Like with the other key? And no knock, no nothing. They just opened like if they were renting it with me.
That's crazy.
So I was like, yeah, no. And I showed you the door.
Airbnb.
I showed you the door. The door had no like second lock. Like let's say if you open the knob with the key, like that's it. You got in because you didn't have like another lock at the top, at the bottom. You had no other security. So yeah, that was very scary. We had to leave.
And dangerous as fuck.
Yes.
You was by yourself.
Yes. I feel like they like clocked me. Like they knew.
Airbnb, get your shit together.
Yeah, they knew when I was gonna be there or when like my husband was gonna be there. So like that never happened at night because he was there. But like throughout the day, the 2 times that they opened the door, it was throughout the day, and I was by myself. So I was like, oh hell no.
And she had a creep next door.
Yes, because I was hearing him. Oh my god. 1 out of 10 would not recommend. I don't think I'm going back to Airbnb honestly.
But
if
Airbnb,
I don't do hotels or
they made it up, no?
No, Airbnb tried to make it up, and at the end of the day. When I went to the second spot and I showed them like the confirmation that Airbnb had booked me, they're like, yo, we've never seen this. Yo, I swear to God.
You did not tell me that part. What?
I saved it for the pod. Nah, I swear to God, like, E was so pissed. But I was like, let's just
So
go
you went
home.
back to the spa?
No, I went back to my grandma's. Like, I was going to my grandma's to visit. But that time, I had to go and stay.
But they didn't charge you for the full
grandma's.
visit, right? At the first spa?
No, they didn't charge me anything at all. I got my money back for like the rest of the days that I didn't stay there.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So the customer service there is definitely 1 out of 10. I would not recommend. But that's just my experience. So needless to say, I will not be going back to Airbnb. Other people have had other, great experiences. I've had great experiences when it's like multiple people, like in groups, like me, you, our family members. That was like the best Airbnb experience. But also I was not by myself. So if something like that happened, it was gonna be like a gang of us, But for that to happen to me when I'm by myself, I'm like, yeah, no. Because if this would have happened to me like in another country where like I didn't know anyone and I didn't have family there, it would have been like, no, I would have been scared for my life. So yeah, so after that, I'm like over Airbnb right now. If it's not like a hotel or like a family member's house or like someone I trust, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. But after that, well, during, after, we had fun. Because, you know, we made the best out of every situation. So that was nice. And yeah, so now I'm back in New York.
Are you loving it?
It's alright.
You miss it?
It's alright. Now, you know, I'm back home, so I'm working, potting, which I love, so.
Back at it again or whatever.
Do we have any, like, people watching or commenting? I feel like we do. What's that? What's that thing up there?
I can't reach right now. Anyways, another thing that we wanted to talk about was...
What do you think about the debate? The presidential debate, right? Was that the presidential debate, or was that just like candidates just
presidential
talking their okay.
It was okay. I don't know. It was...
I didn't get to watch it because that was like the week that I got back, so I was catching up on sleep. But I heard like I heard it was mostly like memes. You know, after the debate, they make memes of like people eating cats and dogs and stuff because Trump has said like immigrants are eating cats and dogs, and I'm like, Jesus, like.
I honestly don't feel like either of them answered the question, or like if they did, somehow, some way, just ended up attacking the other person. That was like the main focus, like making themselves look better than the other person. But like, to me, that's how I saw it. But
and you didn't really go for that. Like you went to see.
I just want to hear
what they was gonna do, right? Like, what they was gonna do for the country,
like the vibe. What's up? Like they just kept attacking each other, and I'm like, cool. But I think there's gonna be a part 2.
I hope it's not like no Hulu or Netflix show, like, and I hope they speak some facts, like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. We have plans, you know, in effect.
Do you have somebody, like, do you know who you're gonna vote for?
Nah, I'm undecided right now. I don't know if I'm leaning right or left. Who is right? Who's left? I don't know, but I feel like the second debate, I'll figure it out. I was talking to my cousin about it. She's leaning towards someone, but I gotta see both sides. Like I gotta hear something. Like I can't just be hearing
something that's like, yes, I'm gonna go for this one.
But like I haven't heard that yet. So like I just need to know this is what we're gonna do and this is the plan to implement it. But I haven't heard that.
Who
so
you think is gonna win?
That,
even though you don't know.
Whoever says that's going to win my vote. Like, cause right now I can't.
Who do you think is gonna lead? Like people are like. With what you've seen, like the memes, like what do you think? Are they like Trump got it, or?
I mean, I think people are more aware of what Trump has said, which is not a lot. Like, we don't know, but they're more aware of that than what Kamala has said. It doesn't mean that they're not gonna vote for her. It just means like, you know, in the public eye, he's more out there. Like I feel like she has like a conservative life, like you don't really know much about her. She's not really outside, like
do we know
doing
much
all
about
this. We know like all his controversies with like the porn star that he was with or wasn't with. Then like he got arrested and so his mugshot.
I thought you meant more like family and.
I mean,
it's a lot.
You used to see the videos of like him and his wife like holding hands, and his wife like hold my hand, wife. Okay. Like yeah, we'll see that, but like yeah, his kids and like controversies.
I mean, Mela looks very happy with her husband,
right? But like you don't see anything else. You know what I mean? Like she's not in the public eye off of like bad.
Is that bad or is that
news
good?
Or gossip? I don't know if that's bad or good because people might vote for her because they like that. They like that she's not outside, that she's holding her own without being, you know, controversial. Mm-hmm. But some people might like the other one because of that, because they see more of him. He's more controversial and he says outrageous things. Like I think it all depends on the person. So who knows how it's gonna go this year. But
I mean, I would say she was more like, it was more like a positive speech. I think like she was just like, you guys need this and you need a president that does this and hear you out, and you know, it was more positive, but it wasn't like really like, okay, but what are you gonna?
Right, that's what I mean.
It was just more positive.
Because I know that we get
which I like. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You know, yes, we too.
Right.
Too,
but we also need to know like how we're gonna do it.
Yeah, apparently she does have a plan. He doesn't really have a plan, but
I would love to hear any plan from either one of them. You know,
he doesn't really want to do a part
about
2.
like things we care about. Like, let's see, like, people within like what 25 to 34 age range, like their votes really matter. You know, they're not too old, they're not too young, they're like just right. But I can't really say they've hit on any of the things I care about. Like, they ain't talk about no student loans, or at least I didn't hear it. But also, I didn't watch the debate. So I can't be talking. But if you didn't hear it, that you watched
I didn't hear it.
Then, you know, those are things we care about. Whole time I don't even have student loans, but I'm still out here for my people. Like, for my people that do have student loans, that is
she did talk about like lowering like the price of food and like just
things like that we care about.
Yeah, she did mention that
things
was
that impact us on the daily. That's nice to know. But like,
everything.
Oh, people are eating cats and dogs. Like, I don't care about that. You know, I should like PETA and all this stuff, save the animals. But it's like, what's that gonna do for me?
Fact for him to bring up, just like who, like, okay,
like,
yo, I didn't tune in this.
I didn't tune in for
Don't
this.
do this, right? Don't do this. You didn't tune in.
But I didn't tune in at all, right?
Right.
But if I would have tuned in, I would have never tuned in for that. Nah, I was sleeping. It's not like I didn't care. I literally was catching up on sleep.
Very. Yeah, isn't it so like nerve-wracking to be live? Was it just me?
No, I feel like we're potting and we don't have to edit.
Oh yeah, that's our thing. That's
sorry if you hear background noise. We didn't pick the bestest quiet time on a Saturday to pod, but here we are. It's not like we could knock on our neighbor's door and be like, yo, lower that shit down, because we don't pay no rent. So,
and we doing it from home. We home right now. We drinking. We vibing.
Cheers to that.
This is your second cup and it's gone, Stephanie.
All right. Tell them how you feel.
We can't edit this out.
I'm Stephanie and this is my second drink. Okay.
Yo, we've tried to do that so many times and
Who are you?
never. My name's Natasha and this is my first drink.
Okay. We'll see how.
Well, you're second. You know what? I'm gonna let them watch.
About to be my third. I would get ice, but then I'm gonna have to stop the live.
Right. Okay. I think I got some questions, some good things, some good shit.
Did any of our listeners leave us a question?
No, I don't think so. I haven't even looked at any of them, but it makes me too nervous. I just get scared because it's live. I don't know what I'm gonna say, and I think that's why I haven't been drinking as fast as you. Because when I'm drunk, I be saying some shit.
Now you've been doing good. We've been on a healing journey. No, like all the things we've said is like healthy, positive vibes, being informative.
True.
Right?
And I'm healed. Don't forget, I am healed. That's not even.
I meant like
I'm healed.
I'm like your aura. Like some people, you just feel that. Like I was talking to my friend and I was telling her like, there's some people like you're friends with that I might not necessarily be friends with, and vice versa, because it's just like energy. Like when you talk about energy and their aura and like how they show up to events or to like how they show up for you, you're like at a time in your life you would have been like, yeah, that's fine, you know, they're my friend, this and this and that. But it comes to a point like when you reach a certain level of maturity or whatever it is that you're like, yo, I don't need this in my life anymore. Like, yeah, we're friends, but like we don't gotta hang out. Or when they come back healed or like a better version of themselves, then we can hang out. But right now, like that's not the type of time I'm on. That's not the energy that I want in my life. So you kind of like distance yourself from people like that.
Yeah, I'm very quick to. I feel like even if they're healed and they're a better person, I'm just not interested in. Because I feel like I'm not drunk. I promise.
You don't believe in second chances, Natasha? Damn.
I do, but like I just don't know if I want them back in my life. Like,
yeah,
so
you definitely
second chances, as in like hi and bye, or like maybe they'll send me a comment on Instagram or a DM, and I'm like, hi, how are you? That's good. How are you? But like to chill with
it'll never be back to what it was.
Yeah, that's hard for me. Just because like people can change. I do believe in that 110%. However, I don't know if I necessarily care for the change.
I mean, that's good because a lot of people don't take other people at face value. Like a lot of people like want to change them. Like, yo, I know they acting like this right now, but you gonna see like in a few months, in a few years, like they're gonna do better. Like I'm gonna make sure, like I'm gonna be right beside them. Like we're gonna work on this, we're gonna work on that, and they're gonna be like the person that I want them to be. But there are some people like you, which is how you should be, where like, alright, this is the type of time that you on. That's perfect. I'm not gonna change you. You're not gonna change if you don't want to. So I'm just gonna take it at that.
Yeah, because my thing is, I never want somebody to do something for me, like because I like told them like, oh, that's wrong, or like the way you acted was fucked up. Like if they saw it right, then that's your business. Mm-hmm. Like if you thought that what you did was right and it was okay, and you didn't think about the other person, because I'm the type of person that I think about everybody. Like I overthink. I'm like, okay, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. I don't want to do this. But if you're not like that and you're not like cautious and shit of like other people's feelings, which some people are not, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. But it's just I'm not gonna be telling you, like I'd rather just remove myself than to be here like, oh, you know, you should change this and you should change that. Like no, keep moving how you're moving.
Okay.
And I'll move how I move on this side.
Right. And then if like, what if they move after a few months, years? They move how you want them to move. They're not coming back in your life. Because at the time,
I'm no longer like interested in that. Because I'm like I would never do that to you. So why would I? Shut like, and then it's like, you know, people be like, oh yeah, I've changed, I've done this, and then you bring them back in your life, and it's like they never actually changed. It's like they really lied for like a week or two, and then they right back at it. Right. So, I don't know if I'm talking about friends or relationships, but
I mean it applies. Humans are very
people. Period.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get.
Right. I'm still trying to look for these questions that I had.
Okay, while you look, I have a question because my friend, she probably not gonna talk to me about shit again because she's gonna be like, yo, you just be blasting me on live on the pod.
It's anonymous, like, okay?
Right. But she was saying like there are some things that like everyone has different traumas, and like what you might consider a deal breaker, I might not necessarily consider it because like to you it might hurt, but to me I'm like, all right, whatever, like. So she gave an example of ghosting. Okay. She's the type of person that like she wants to, if things are over or like they don't want to see you anymore, she'll let you know like, hey, you know, I had a great time and this and that, but I don't think I'm there yet, or I don't think this is gonna work out. Like she's very communicative and she'll let you know like this is not gonna happen. But there are some other people, she was saying like, oh, I have another friend who that's what she does, like she ghosts people. And I'm like, why can't she just be upfront and just tell them like, yo, this isn't gonna go anywhere? Mm-hmm. And she was saying that in her friend's mind, she is being nice by ghosting them because she's like, I don't want to make them feel bad. I don't want to make them feel rejected because I don't want to tell them like no, you know. So like by me not saying anything, they'll know like it's a no, but it's not like an affirmative no, so they don't feel as bad because I wasn't like, hell no, me and you never, you know. So I didn't think of it that way, but I was like, oh, I see it.
I feel like that is a tough conversation to have. So if your friend does have that conversation and it comes easy to her, then like shout out to her. That's very grown up. I would say that's very mature of her.
So you would ghost, or you would be like, yo, this isn't going anywhere?
I feel like I have ghosted plenty of times.
Okay.
However,
that's easier for you.
It's like, no, it's not that it's easier.
So what was the reason why you ghosted? Like, why couldn't you be like, nah?
Oh my God, I feel attacked.
No, not attacked. I'm curious.
I'm kidding. But
if it wasn't easy, then why you like didn't just tell him like, yo, I don't think I'm gonna see you again, or something like that?
I think I'm more of like I wouldn't ghost somebody for no reason. I wouldn't ghost you out of nowhere, out of the blue.
Okay.
I would ghost you. I wouldn't stop talking to anybody for anybody else because somebody else entertained me or something else. It's something that the person did that kind of turned me off.
Oh, okay.
Which leads me to like, act distant, like distance myself. Yeah. Which you could feel that vibe. So like, and then the more the person tries for some reason for me, it's just more like unattractive because it's like, I know you're trying harder now than before because
of what you did.
You see in my actions and stuff. So for me, it's like a process to get to the ghosting part. And to me in my head, it's like they know this is coming.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
so you don't have to say anything because they know, and if they act
Right.
dumb, you're gonna be like, oh, he acted dumb, like
right.
yeah.
So it's like they see it coming. They see it coming. Because again, for me, it's just very hard to change my mood from that to like
we're back at being nice again, and
Yeah.
everything's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So getting
Yeah.
turned off is like probably the reason why I do it.
Okay.
But however, I will say that I don't necessarily love it. I did grow up in this last relationship, and I did have a conversation. You know,
Right.
Like,
No ghosting. Look at
Right.
you.
I think
You-
it
we're
depends who
grown.
you are. I think
Yeah.
it depends who you are. I don't think that is a childish thing. Because again, people know what they're doing. So sometimes you don't even have to have the conversation. You don't even have to waste your time having the conversation because
Okay.
people know what they're doing.
You just leave them where they at.
Everybody knows what they're doing.
Mhm.
They're not stupid. So I don't think it's immature to ghost, but having the conversation, I will say, is it takes a lot of bravery.
Takes a lot of courage. Okay.
Takes a lot of courage, yeah. So I will say that last relationship, that was the case. It was like a kind of a healthy breakup. Like it was
Like
like
you
a
guys didn't
mutual,
ghost each other. You guys spoke about it and like no bad feelings, no bad terms.
like the last conversation. It was just like we know we want the same things and this and that, but it's just not. It's not it right now.
Yeah.
Well, at least I took it like that.
What if they try to come back to your life like 5-10 years, like other people have? You would entertain that or no?
I think I would. Depends where I am.
That's growth.
Right?
That's growth, yes.
No, but I think I would. It depends where I am in life.
And it's probably because you guys both wanted the same things. It just like didn't work out right now.
Right.
So it's not like he wanted things you didn't see yourself wanting. Like you guys
Yeah,
both
no.
wanted the same things. Okay, that helps.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
just maybe right now it's not the time.
Yeah.
But also it depends where he is in that, because it's like I could be healed. Not that I'm not here, but I could be like.
Or you could already
mentally in a
achieve what you
different-
want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you do that and someone else doesn't, and they haven't achieved those things that they want to achieve,
Yeah.
they become a little more negative.
Yeah.
And they tend to like bring other people down. So
No, and you also question it. You're like, okay, but we said we wanted this. Like, let's say we said we wanted a car, or we said we wanted a house. I got a car, or I got a house.
No, but
Well,
I
how
mean
come
like
you don't have
personal.
that?
No.
Okay.
Not
like that.
not material things. Not things like that. I'm just saying like whether it's like they want to study this and they just this personal growth. Like they're
nice.
doing things for themselves.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if for some reason they haven't accomplished those things,
And you have.
and I've accomplished some things and I'm happy and I'm like okay, and they're not, it's like
You don't want that.
that mood.
Yeah,
comes-
yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I
it just
feel
depends
you.
where they are and where I am.
Yeah.
And yeah. If it's the right time, then.
But I'm glad you're not closing the door. It's my fault. That was mine.
Yo,
my
position, bitch. I was scared. I'm like,
my husband programmed my watch. He gave me this watch, and I was telling him, I'm like, yo, I don't know how to set an alarm. This rings every fucking hour.
what is the alarm for?
I have no idea. For every hour, it rings every fucking hour. You know how many hours is in a day? 24. I gotta hear this shit 24 times because you don't know how to change it.
Can you Google it? Do you know the name of the watch?
Yes, but like there's just some things that you let they do just so that they can feel like, yo, I got it. Like, you know,
So
she
you
can't
gonna
do
walk
it.
around with a beeping noise?
I'll tell you they would have fixed it.
The
Okay.
things we do for love, but yeah, my fault. That was my watch.
But yeah, okay. So I found some questions. They're actually would you rather's. I don't know if this is the time
Nice.
for would you rather, but
Yeah, let's do it. We haven't done it in a while.
You got fun facts?
I have one
Okay.
because I don't have my phone on me. We're using it to pod, but one fun fact. My friend sent me this yesterday. She was saying that we get things the majority of the time. We inherit from our dads the eye color, the skin tone. Two more things. Hold on. Like the personality, like the humor. That was the third one. And there was another one. I forgot, but those three. And then when she was telling me this, I'm like, I literally got everything from my mom. I'm like, my dad and I don't have the same eye color. My dad and I don't have the same skin tone. My mom is funnier than my dad. So I'm like, I ain't get shit from this man. Like,
You didn't get your mom's skin tone either.
you know what? I might be out there. I might. But yeah, because my dad is definitely dark skinned. My mom is lighter. But apparently I'm lighter than both of them. So
I think I got everything from my mom too. Skin tone, eye color,
personality or like funniness.
I think so, which is why we like bump heads. I tend to say it's because we're Aries.
Yeah.
And we're fire signs.
Oh yeah, because you guys are like the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say I got a lot from my mom. My brother is a little more jolly and more, you know. So I'm sure he got that. Not that I'm not jolly.
Right. But he's jollier.
Right.
It's different levels of jolliness.
Right.
I agree.
I'm okay with
Not
just,
being jolly.
just sitting here with a straight face. I'm okay with that.
And it doesn't mean you're not jolly either.
Right.
It's like you're just not showing it outside.
Exactly. I have my days where I'm jolly and other days where I'm just chilling.
Right. So I don't know how I should feel about that fun fact. I'm like, yo, maybe I'm missing something from this man. Like,
So am I. So maybe it's not
right. Maybe it's not
100%.
such a fact. Right.
What's the percentage? How many people?
It said the majority, but you know, there's 8 billion people in the world. So
I'll say 65. 65%.
So we're part of the other 35%.
Yes. Okay. Would you rather?
I would rather.
Let me go with this one. Would you rather have people spread a terrible lie about you, or have people spread terrible truths about you, like shit you don't want people to know?
I feel like back then, like not at this age, back then I would have been like, I would have wanted them to spread truths. It doesn't matter how horrible it would be. But now, all right, tough crowd. Now I would rather. I feel like I'm like whatever you want to spread. Because sometimes I like enjoy being the villain in people's stories, as opposed to like back then where I was like so adamant to like prove a point, like no, like they did me wrong, I would never do them wrong. Now I'm just like, oh, they said I did them wrong, I did them wrong, like what do you want me to do? If that is how they feel, I'm not gonna invalidate their feelings. If I did them wrong according to them, that's true.
That's their truth.
Yes, because I feel like that as well. Like I know someone that to me, like he didn't act right with me, but like other friend, they're like, oh, this man is a saint or whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, that's their truth. Like if he wasn't how he treated me with them, like that's why they feel like that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't validate my feelings and how I feel about how they were with me in our friendship.
Yeah.
So right now I don't really care like which one, if they spread lies or if they spread truths. But back then I would have definitely chose like, nah, they gotta spread truth. It doesn't matter how hard it is or how many people gets hurt, like that's the truth. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm on the same page. Like it's like
on the same page as in like
I don't really care
okay,
whether it's the truth or the lie, because like regardless, people gonna talk their shit. Especially listen, it's been done. It's been done in DR. It's been done here. It's been done like
everywhere. Girl.
You know, people don't say shit about me. I was even pregnant once, and I didn't even know. Yeah. So I never cared, but I would say the truth. But I don't feel the need to, you know, like correct someone if it is a lie. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would prefer that they spread the truth.
I just feel like believe them. Like whatever they said, believe them. Because different people bring
not only with that, but it's like even with anything personal, like they're like, oh, Natasha got like this disease, or Natasha got this, or going through this, or like I just don't care. Yeah, I just don't care. I don't care.
All right.
I don't like people in my business. I will say that. So I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't like people in my business. But just talk your shit, whatever it is. You know, if it's the truth, if Natasha's going through that, Natasha going through a breakup, spread that shit. I don't care.
That is true.
Spread that shit.
Right.
I don't care. Okay. What's something? Oh, this is not a would you rather. Let me continue with the would you rather. One more second. One more.
Okay, that was good though. That one was fine, and it shows our growth because I feel like back then we would have had different answers. We would have went with something, but now we're just like, alright, whatever. Because I feel like
back then I would have said more. I'd rather like spread the lie.
Oh, okay. Why? Why not the truth?
Just because like I don't mind being the villain. I don't
Right.
care.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't.
Have you noticed that like villains have more fun?
For sure.
Like I didn't notice
It's
that.
like the most shit about them, and it never ends up being like that.
And it never phases them either.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you be seeing the main character, that the goody two shoes, like so worried, like, oh my god, this is what they think of me, and then
Yeah.
this and that. The villain, chilling, like
Stress free.
Yeah, for real.
And again, people gonna talk their shit.
Right.
So if you worry a lot about what people have to say, then you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
But I will say that like your younger self, because you just feel like everyone's wants to know your business and is on you. Like you're like, oh my god, like what are they gonna think if they find this out? What are they gonna think if they find that out? As you get older, I feel like that fades. That feeling fades, and you're just like,
I get it.
you're just like, what? That's what they think of me. I bet.
Yeah. I felt that. Next, would you rather? Would you rather ask your ex or a total stranger for a favor? I can't read. Would you rather ask your ex for a favor or a
I'm
total
trying to
stranger?
remember who my ex was to see if I want to ask him something.
But let's say you have an ex
I'd rather ask a stranger just because I can't remember.
for a favor.
Yeah, cause have you noticed that like it's even easier to ask to talk to a stranger? Like, let's say, oh no, oh maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Alright, to each their own.
Continue.
But I definitely find myself like talking to strangers. Like I was in DR, and there was a lady that we were at the doctor's office, and we were waiting for the same doctor, and like she's telling me her story, I'm telling her mine. But I'm pretty sure that like the things that she shared with me then, she would have never told like, you know, someone that she knew would have been really worried about her, like her mom or her dad or like her husband or her kids. Like just because she's like, whatever, like I don't have nothing to lose, you know, this stranger, I'm telling her my story, and like she's not gonna go back and tell my mom, she's not gonna go back and tell my dad, which I don't want them to know, because I'm like saving their feelings and I don't want them to get hurt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's just easier to ask a stranger for a favor, because it's like you don't owe them anything. Like the worst thing they could do is say no, and you're not gonna be like, this mother effer, like they didn't want to help me out. As opposed to like if you ask someone that you knew, whether it's your ex or like a friend or whoever, you're like, damn. Now you worry, you're like, damn, like they might say no, but like if they say no, like are they still gonna want to be friends with me because I even asked this, or am I still gonna want to be friends with them because they said no? Like, so I feel like there's less judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So I would go with the stranger.
I would go with the ex. That's it.
Yeah, Natasha.
Just start crying.
She's healed, okay? Come healed.
I'm healed.
Come
Okay,
here because she's healed.
I'm healed. Okay.
But why that? You felt like he would support whatever you would ask?
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, you create
That's
a
how
friendship.
you know they didn't end in bad turn.
You create a friendship.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable enough to go to the person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about. I was gonna say it. Let me not say that.
You're not talking about like, yo, can you pay my rent? You're not talking about that.
No.
No. But you ain't even asked me that.
Right.
Which I would still say no. But it's the thought that counts, okay? It's the thought.
No, yeah, I feel like that's a different thing.
Yeah.
No. But I feel like I'm comfortable enough to ask the person.
Yeah.
And
But you don't feel like they would judge
with my
you?
exes, I just have like a
Great.
like not a relationship with them, like not a good relationship.
Good terms.
It's just we ended on good terms. Like I don't.
Yo, for
have,
real.
Like any beef or any.
For real.
Except that one that we don't talk about.
Right.
But
But other than that, right? No, for real. And
Yeah.
I'm talking like way back, like puppy love. She's still cool with them. You know? Not cool like they talk every day, but like there's no hard feelings.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which is it is crazy, but yeah. So I don't mind. Okay.
That one was good.
Now I do have a question for you. that I we'll get to right now.
What?
What's something about adulthood that completely caught you off guard?
Yo, the amount of bills, like from left to right, like when you think you pay them all, and you get a charge.
Something just pops up.
Yo,
like
what's it called? The thing for the
Premiere?
music. No, Apple. I think it's Apple.
Oh,
Or storage. Something. It's something with Apple that they just charge you like whenever they feel like it.
Apple.
But is
What
it Apple storage? Like the storage for your phone? Like when you run out of storage, they charge you for that, or is it
No,
Apple
it's
Music?
just Apple in general. Like they
For anything?
like they'll charge you for, let's say, a subscription, for the storage one day, and then they'll charge you for like some other shit another day, like 2 days later. And it's like, why not just take the bill and just charge it all together?
Right.
And like pick a day.
Like if
it
I owe
just
you
be-
Apple Music and I owe
But
you
if
Apple storage,
But if you're gonna charge me on the 14th, just make sure it's always on the 14th. It don't gotta be the 14th, then the 5th, then the 21st, then the 30th. Like pick a day, Apple.
Right.
Pick a day.
Right.
Cause these charges, like I'm like, okay, like my money's there.
Right.
And all of a
Just give
sudden
me
I'm
my
like,
money.
$10 off something, and I'm like, shit.
Damn.
But
What about you? What's something that has shocked you in adulthood?
I would say the same thing. These bills are crazy,
Right.
And
Especially in
they
New
just
York.
keep going higher and higher.
Yes.
And
That's one
higher.
thing about bills. They never gonna go low.
They never
Like-
give you a motherfucking discount.
Like when we go low, they go high.
Yes, yes. Something that shocked me of adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
I would say,
Mm-hmm.
you know how when we were younger, we used to think like 30-year-olds had it all together, and like
And now we almost 30. We're not 30 yet, right? I just want to make that clear.
she makes that clear, but she don't make clear how old she is.
Nah, but just know it's not 30.
We're not 30.
It's not 30, okay? We gonna get there one day, but not right now.
Yeah, I would say that like to me, $1, $2, you ask for this shit for them to buy it for you. They really ain't have it,
Right. Like they wasn't playing. They really did not have it.
So I feel like that.
I remember as a kid,
Like,
you
I
used to
was
look
just
at them like, how you don't got $1? How you don't got
Like, you
$2?
were
Like,
so professional. You working. You were like out and about.
right. Like, we don't have $1 or $2 because we not outside. We
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
work.
'cause-
Like, but y'all outside and y'all working. Y'all don't got this.
One of my little cousins. It's like, oh, can you buy me this 2K something for
2K24, 25, whatever.
And I'm like, you think like because every other week is something. I'm like, okay, no, sir, I
And
don't.
he's like, just
I
give me my
don't.
money.
Right, I don't got it. Sorry, I don't got it.
No, I agree with that, especially because I grew up with like my cousins who were, it was like a house full of men, and me and my other cousins that were girls or women. But like, I just looked up to them. Like I thought they were like super older than me. Come to find out, they only like 5 or 8 years older than me, like max. Like all four.
Oh, so they're not even.
They're not even OD. Like,
Yeah.
like we're not even 30. They're not even 40. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? But at the time, I'm like, yo, like they adults, like they know what they doing, and they always on the grind. Like they was at school.
You barely see them.
They was
Sometimes.
working hard and like studying. That you're like, ah, they got it together. Like when I grow up,
30, like.
right? And the whole time,
When you look back, you really didn't though. Like,
and you only know that because you have it together.
Yeah.
Like, because if you would have had it together, you're like, I had it together, so obviously they had it together. That's where I get it from. Like, you know, I saw that.
I
as an
would say
example.
back then though, one thing that I guess they did have together is like they were more like babies, like people were having kids younger. Like
Oh,
at this
yeah.
generation, people ain't having kids younger.
Yo,
People
for real.
got married very young, like 18, 19, I would say that, and they had the kids freaking 16,
Mm-hmm.
like young. But I feel like this generation is taking a little longer to have kids.
It's just like the price went up, yo.
Yes.
Yesterday's price is not today's price,
No.
okay? Like, I feel like if yesterday's price would have been today's price, then people would have more kids because they could afford it. But right
But I feel like
now,
it's still the same shit. Like it just continues to be the same shit.
To
Because
grow.
before, I feel like everything was for them pricey because the pay rate was like at that level. So I feel like the government just keeps it like at that level where you can't really afford much, but like
I feel like
you
you gotta
ain't
be
making much.
super broke or you gotta be super rich. But like middle class gets every time. Like,
yeah.
because if you're super broke, like, okay, whatever, we're the government, you can't afford it, so we give you this, we give you that. You could get with this, you could get with that.
If you're
And if
super
you're
broke,
rich-
they give you everything.
Right,
They
and
give
if
you
you're
everything.
rich, like, oh, you could afford it. So all you have
We
to do
ain't
is
giving
like
it to
pay
you.
your taxes or, you know, get your accountant to like swindle this, swindle that. You don't have to pay as much taxes, so you still get the bang for your buck.
Yeah.
But middle class, no, you're not too broke. You could afford it. So we're not giving you assistance. We're not giving you that. But then you're not that rich, so you really can't afford it.
That's what a lot of, like, it's crazy to say, but like there are a lot of poor people out there.
Mhm.
But there's like people that I would say like they have potential to not be, but they would stay at that level just to get the benefits.
Just for the benefits, yes.
Just to get the free
Yes,
stuff.
I
Just
agree.
And it's
I
like they
definitely
could
agree.
make this money.
Right.
They could. But they're like, no,
But
porque
why?
después me quitan esto. Después
Right.
they take this away and then take that away. And I'm like,
But I will say that like government assistance is great, but it's also not supposed to be forever. Like it's an assistance. They're not supposed to help you for the rest of your life. Like they're supposed to help you for a little bit. You good? You got it together? I bet the next person that does not have it together, that does need help, we'll give them a shot.
yeah.
But like other people, like I feel like people just see it like, oh, this for life. Like I'm not gonna better myself. Or, like
They rather act sick. They rather like
because
fake
they know
fake
because they know the
sickness.
government got it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, like where's the personal growth? Where's the
Yeah.
development? Like where's your aspirations of like
Right.
having a better
like,
life?
don't you want a house? Don't you want to like live
No.
comfortably and not worry about anything?
Or like the
And then-
future generations, like
yeah.
you know,
What are
you
gonna leave
wouldn't
them.
you wouldn't be here if your parents weren't here, your grandparents, great
You gotta keep it
grandparents.
going.
Right, it's like for your kids, you like fine for you want to be on this assistance for the rest of your life. Bet, but do you want your kids to do that too? Do you want their kids to do that? Like,
And it's sad because some people really need it.
right?
Like, they really need the help.
And they don't have it because there's someone there that's like, guys,
Or
I
it's
got this
harder for
level."
them to get it because there's a line or there's this, there's it. A lot of people on there that
Mhm.
don't need it. Who have their legs, their arms, they're healthy, they can go out and get it some way, somehow. Maybe not the education, but you know, there's a way to make money.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
those are good. Those were good. Would you rather's and like fun questions. My one fun fact that might not be a fact. we ain't get it from my last.
we gotta double check.
Yeah, we
that.
gotta. I didn't
double
even
check
quote it. I didn't even cite it where I got it from because I don't know. I have to double check that.
that. Yeah, we gotta double check.
But yeah, but that was it for today.
Yeah.
I feel like we did what we had to do. Anybody asked anything on the live?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
we'll be
don't.
back. Depending on
Should
how
we keep doing this though?
I like this. It felt like our regular pod
It's just nerve wracking for me because like, what if?
because it just goes straight.
You know
like,
when you rewatch some shit and you're like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like right now, I'm confident. Like I
Right.
don't feel like I said anything crazy.
right. Me neither. And if we did, so what? Like life is about growing.
Right. I
I'm
changed
sure.
my mind.
Yo, I'm sure when we started this pod, when was it? Like 2019?
Yeah.
Before COVID. I feel like when we started this, we started July 4th, 2019. We were saying some crazy I was sounding super white, which, you know, comes out sometimes.
At work.
But, right, it's definitely at work.
Period.
But you are allowed to evolve. So, like,
Change your
I'm
mind.
sure I could have been canceled back then, or I might be canceled in the future. Who knows? Let's not come with. But if I do, it also shows like your personal growth. Like you're not supposed to be in this world to only think a certain way.
Yeah.
Your whole rest of your life. Like you gotta change your mind. If you thought about this back in 2019, now you don't think like that, and it just shows your growth. So that's fine too. And I feel like that's something that we've always said on the pod. Like
For sure.
we're like, yo, if y'all see me,
right.
like,
Like I said, right now I'm not looking for love, but
if y'all see me outside
with somebody,
mind your business,
right?
and let us know if you look cute. If she
Right.
look cute with him or not.
Like we look cute together, whatever.
Right.
And that just know that love came to my door. Like I was
not looking for it,
Yeah,
right.
It might
But
have
you
been
was-
DoorDash or whatever, but I
Right.
wasn't looking for it.
And you was also not like, if it came to you, not gonna like worry either.
No, that's one thing that's not happening.
Right, that's not what we're here to do.
Like if love, you know, is trying and it's
Doing what it does.
it is looking for me.
Right. All right. So yeah, so that was our pod for today. Make sure you follow us at Talk Your Shit Pod, Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok,
anywhere but Snapchat or OnlyFans. But that's coming soon though, that's far. Make sure you follow our personal accounts at Stephanie MX3.
Marcus Sal.
And remember that we took our shit now.
So you can talk shit later. Bye.
Let us know if you want more lives like this.
How do we turn this off?
We gonna figure that out too, alright? Because life is about opportunity and and growth. Wait, hold on. Wait, how do we turn it off? Yo, hold on.
X out. Just X out.
Exit? What if we lose it?